Alright, this is James with Vanity50suit.com. We're here to interview Tye James.
Yo.
So for those who don't know you, give us a brief introduction of who you are.
My name's Tye James. I'm from South Jersey. I went to school in Philly for jazz, and I sing, pretty much.
And when did you start singing?
I started singing when I was 13 years old. I was a little late to the game, but right around middle school, we had to do arts in my school system. Like, you either had to do like art class or music or something, and it was mandatory at the time that we had to do music. So at the end of the year, my teacher, Miss Arbello, I remember her. I don't remember anything, and I remember her. She said to me, she's like, sing happy birthday. And I was like, nah, I'm good. She's like, no, sing happy birthday to me. And I was like, no, I really don't want to. And she like forced me to. And then she, without me really knowing, kind of put me in advanced show choir the next year. And that's kind of how I started singing. Yeah. So I didn't really realize I could.
That's different than a lot of other artists. It's a unique story.
I guess, yeah. I wasn't two coming out of the womb like singing. Well, hopefully you don't come out of the womb at two, because that'd be weird. Already off to a bad start with this interview. Alright.
So does anyone else in your family sing or do anything musically?
No one else in my family really does anything musically. My brother plays guitar a little bit, but it's not his main thing.
And what are 3 artists that have played a huge role in inspiring you?
My 3, I guess they'd have to be from when I was younger. So I'm going to say Sade, Mariah Carey, thinking about it, because I used to sing along to her Christmas album, because my mom played that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that. And then probably Queen, Freddie Mercury.
So were there any particular songs that, you know, by those artists that you just love to sing even to this day?
Sade, By Your Side is like one of my favorite songs. I don't feel like I do it justice, but it's still one of my favorites. I did it once, because it's my mom's favorite song too. And Mariah Carey, aside from the Christmas album, which is like a classic still, I think, to everybody, I used to always try to sing, what was the one? It was on the, Sweet, Sweet Fantasy Baby. That whole song, I used to always try to do that. That whole shit, I can't do it really, but I tried. I don't know, it was interesting to me. And then with Queen, I'm gonna say like Under Pressure, which is actually Queen and David Bowie, because they were like my dad's 2 favorite artists, I guess, at the time, and probably still. So there's that one, and then really any Queen song, because Freddie Mercury had such a cool voice, and it was higher, so I kind of related to that because my voice was also, and it still is, high.
Okay, so most singers and songwriters go through different songwriting processes. What is yours like?
Usually when I'm writing, a lot of times it's either I kind of only write with a few different people. One of them's my buddy Rodrigo, who's been like my best buddy for, I guess, like 5 or 6 years now. Me, the cajon player that you just saw, Rob, and a few of my friends back in the day had a band. And so Rodrigo and I write a lot, and he's my bass player still. And then Dilemma, we got together and started working on a project, and so it's really been like me, him, Ashley Coleman, and right now I'm working on a new project, and that's with different people, but pretty much a writing session with me is like therapy. Usually I'm complaining about something or someone, usually someone, and then it turns into a song. And sometimes I have ideas, like usually before I fall asleep at night, I get ideas a lot, or when I'm driving, so not safe, but it is what it is. And so I'll record them into my phone, or I'll write down, I keep like songwriting books, and like whatever book I'm on at the moment, like right now, I've had like 4 that have been done in the past couple years, and then my new one I just started, so.
And now you mentioned that you work with Dilemma.
I do.
And I know that, you know, you along with Bino, Suzanne, Christine, and some others are in
Yeah.
Talent Island. So you tell us how that came about?
Alright, Talent Island it's pretty much a collective of like 12 different artists around Philadelphia. We pretty much have mutual respect for each other. We all dig each other's shit, and we're all talented. I hope that doesn't sound like conceited, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what you like, you know what you gravitate towards, like in your own circle, and like the type of people that you like to hang out with. It's the same idea with music, just on a professional level. It's like we respect each other, we like working together. A lot of us have collaborated with each other, like, but not with each other, if that makes sense. Like, I was working with Dilemma, and Dilemma was working with Chill, but it took like 2 years for me and Chill to do the remix of Zombie. But we always respected each other's work, and we'd always show up to each other's shows. So after a certain amount of time, it was the same crew at every single party, every single show, and we all kind of just like, it made sense, you know what I mean? So we just started working together, and we have some things coming out soon that'll be, I guess, to be determined. I can't really talk about them, I don't think, because Chill might like kill me. He's probably gonna laugh at that, but yeah. So that's how we all kind of got together. We all just mutual respect and mutual wanting to work with each other.
Okay, so far you've opened for artists like Gogo Morrow, Loriana May, and Bino recently.
Yeah.
What would you say was the most memorable performance that you've been a part of so far?
The most memorable performance was, I'm gonna say Go-Go, for the fact that like it was my first like actual opening spot at TLA. I'd sang with Chill at the TLA during his show. It's not the same thing though. Do you know what I mean? It was still really cool then to be on that stage, but to actually get to do like an opening spot at a venue that I grew up going to is really, it's kind of nice. You know what I mean? It's one of those, you kind of have like your checklist and like you're like, well, these are wherever I've been to show here, my whole life growing up in the area. So it's like that was a moment, I guess, in a sappy way.
Now, have you ever met anyone in the industry and been like either starstruck or like you couldn't believe that you met that person?
I haven't been starstruck, no. I mean, I think there's probably a couple people that I would probably be like, oof, that's really awesome. But not yet. Not yet. We're still not at that point. I don't know. But it's still pretty cool. I used to geek out about, like, behind-the-scenes people. Like, some of the producers that I knew in Philadelphia that I grew up listening to. And then when I got to, like, start doing writing sessions with them, or, like, hang out their studio, things like that, that was always, like, those are always moments to me. Like, that type of thing. And, like, now I'm working with Kwame right now. And that's always been, that's kind of cool, because, like, I love Christina Aguilera, and, like, I kind of became familiar with him from his work on the Back to Basics album. But, like, I didn't realize that he did Switch for Will Smith.
Yeah.
And it's, like, it's one of those things. And then he's working with my friend Loriana May, and, you know, it's moments like that that are, like, those are exciting to me. So maybe, like, I know I have my one dream collaboration in my head, and it's, like, I think if that happens one day, then I'll probably geek out. But usually I'd probably just really rather just hang out with someone and go to the bar. And, like, if I met a celebrity, I'd be like, let's hang. Instead of being, like, a nerd. I'd be a nerd, pretty much.
So who would that dream collaboration be with?
My dream collaboration, this is funny, because it's, like, not one of the people that I named, but Kelly Clarkson is, like, my favorite live singer, hands down. She just kills, so, and it's always been my dream, because I'm not just a singer, I've always been a songwriter, too, and, like, she's one of the people that I've, like, always wanted to write a song for, so, ever since, like, I was always a fan, like, from the American Idol days, but then, since you've been gone, I was like, oh my god, she's got a cool pop voice, I think she has the best pop voice, honestly, and can back it up live, and so she's, like, that's who I would like to write a song for, or sing with, hang out with, I don't know, anything. She's who I'd geek out over, for sure.
And as of like right now, since more independent artists are getting noticed, you know, like Macklemore, obviously he's one of a kind because he's been so huge.
Making a lot of money for himself.
Yeah. But would you rather be signed to a major label or go independent?
I'm down for either, honestly. I mean, a lot of people dog on major labels right now, but your favorites were all the ones who have lasted. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people go by the wayside still on major labels, but, like, you know, like, who's the biggest person out there right now? Like, Beyonce, Rihanna, like, a lot of them are who they are. They have talent, or personality, or there's some factor, there's something about them that's captivating. And it doesn't just come down to singing. But a lot of them are who they are because of the financial backing of a label, and the support. You know what I mean? Like, you got Rihanna. I love Rihanna's voice. People dog on it. But, like, Rihanna's got a cool-ass recording voice. And what people don't realize is, like, 90% of the people out there lip sync.
Right.
She's not alone, and a lot of times she sings live. Say what you want about that live performance, depending on what it is, but she got a cool ass voice.
Yeah, definitely unique.
And her personality. People like Rihanna because she doesn't give a fuck. It's a whole package.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. And then Beyonce kind of does everything too well. You know what I mean? It's everybody fits into what their own little boxes, and it's like a lot of that works because people have a financial backing.
Right.
And it's the truth. Talent is amazing, but having talent and the people who think you can make them a lot of money is really what it is. That being said, independently, if I had a song that took off, and I could do it independently, then why not? I mean, it's more money in my pocket. It's only easier because I write my stuff too. It's like, the cash flow will come back to me. But it's people. Macklemore's he's rare.
Yeah.
Not saying that there won't be more in the new generation coming, but I don't know. I just know how hard it is to even get like a look now, and I've been singing for a couple years, and I still have people behind me as support. It's like, it's hard to make people pay attention, especially in Philly. Philly's a tough crowd. If you can win over Philly, then you're doing something right.
Alright, so as far as music recently, what would be some of your favorite songs out right now?
Favorite songs right now: JoJo, Demonstrate. Her live version. I want to do like a flip version of it. I haven't like thought about it too far yet, but like a male perspective. I love her. What else? One Republic, Preacher. God, my phone's like right over there, and it like, you know what I mean. I kind of just like, I play a lot of random stuff. And then Florida Georgia Line, it's a country band. Their song, Damn Baby, is really cool. I think that's the name of it. But the hook is like, damn baby, so I'm assuming it is. So, yeah, I'm like all over right now. Because I didn't like country music for a long time, and then I like fell in love with it a few years ago, and now I'm obsessed with it. But I also really love pop, and I also love some random ass hip hop. It's like, it's everywhere.
Right. And sometimes it takes like a certain artist to make you appreciate a certain genre more.
Yeah, it's like the cover I'm doing right now, the one I started recording earlier, is a Kevin Gates song. He's like a rapper. It's not in the Drake variety, but like he kind of raps and then he also kind of sings his own hooks sometimes too. Mm-hmm. And like it's a really interesting song. So that should be out probably Tuesday for Tye James Tuesday, but we might also have some other video. So there might be a lot going on this week. So yeah, I don't remember what the question was at that point. I just like the space on that one.
So if you could perform at any venue in the world, do you have a specific one that you would want to perform at?
Any venue in the world? Probably the Grammy stage. It's always been like a dream since I was a kid. So Staples Centers, I guess, because that's usually where it is. But if it's in New York, sometimes at Radio City Music Hall. I don't know, but probably locally, I just can't wait to like do Electric Factory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's where all my favorite concerts were. Like TLA was cool, and that was like, I went to a lot of stuff there, but Electric Factory was like, I got to see like an intimate performance of Pink. I got to see like One Republic. I got to see like I saw the script. All the bands I like always go to Electric Factory.
Right.
So, and then if I'm lucky, they do like stripped down ones or Tower Theater, because Tower Theater has amazing acoustics. So I'm gonna say local probably. I think because if I get to a point where I can play the Philly shows like that, I'm most likely playing other venues pretty big. But the Grammys is probably where I'm like one day looking forward to performing.
Okay. And can you tell anyone, can you tell everyone what projects we can look forward to?
Yeah, well, right now I have a project out called The Night EVP. It's has a banner on vanity52.com. Thanks, bud. And it's also on my website, Tye James, TYEJames.com. So that's a free download. We're talking about some things. Like, I'm working on a project right now. I've been working on some stuff with Kwame. I don't know if it's going to be a full project. I don't know when it's going to be released. that one's up in the air. But I'm doing a lot of cool online stuff. Just trying to up my presence a little bit, because I've been a little. I guess I've kind of always done live shows, and I never focused so much on like putting stuff online for people to actually see.
Mm-hmm.
But we're doing a lot of that. So right now I'm recording a cover. I'll save it because I don't think anybody will know. I don't want anybody to know until I put it out, pretty much.
Right.
And then I just filmed the other day a stripped down version of Send Her to Me at my house, and then we also did a version of Get Lucky, the Daft Punk song that I did the last show.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have that coming out probably very soon. And then we're just trying to shoot some video stuff, and then I have some other live performances that we're filming. So you're going to see a lot of me singing live, pretty much. So, hopefully you like it. If not, sorry. But, yeah, that's kind of what's going on, just working on new stuff. And then trying to do more shows. But, it's been busy, so make sure you check it out, I guess.
This is James Divinity 52. This is Tye James.
Have a good one. Make sure you download the Night EVP. And follow me on Twitter and Facebook.